Many thoughts on keto and IF.
Keto and intermittent fasting go really, really well together. They're great partners.
Like two sides of the same coin.
So before I started keto, I was the girl who got out of bed, and if I didn't have food within 15 minutes of waking, I was hangry, grumpy the rest of the day, and I was just angry. I was just angry.
I'm glad I never met that person.
Before I started keto, I got up. You probably never noticed, but I got up, I went to the kitchen, I got my coffee, and I got a snack. It didn't have to be a huge meal, but I had to have food right away. So for me to go keto, I went keto, and I did not do intermittent fasting right off the start because there's that little gremlin, right? Like, really, gremlin, right? Get up in the morning, and I still had that thing. And so then I learned about intermittent fasting, and I'm like, oh boy, okay.
Yeah, what's this?
And so I started doing it, and it surprised me because I realized that I wasn't hungry anymore. The ghrelin level wasn't there that was pushing me to eat. It was simply a habit I was repeating every day because I had done it for so long. It was just an automated response or a trigger to waking. That was part of my routine. So when I started intermittent fasting, I felt this power, this acknowledgement or empowerment of having control, more control over my food. I didn't have to have a crappy day just because I didn't get food in my first 15 minutes of waking. And now, just about the earliest I'll eat is 9. I think I ate at 9 o'clock, but that's because I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, wide awake.
If you were to ask me, like, what's your favorite thing about being on keto? I would probably say in my top 3, depending on the day, would be it has changed my relationship with food.
Yeah.
And intermittent fasting, I would say more people who are doing keto probably intermittent fast than don't. It's so easy to do because you don't have the cravings. You have more satiety from the foods you eat. And you realize that maybe eating 2 meals a day or less food or even 1 meal a day, maybe that's the more natural way to eat. And maybe we've been trying to eat 4, 3, 5 meals a day because the Kellogg's brothers came up with a slogan that said, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. We've been advertised to for so long about when to eat.
We don't need to eat 6 meals a day.
We've forgotten, like, what our grandparents and our great-grandparents knew is, like, you don't have to eat that much.
Or what true hunger feels like. Because
Right.
I would say that I had never been allowing myself to feel real hunger. It was mental, thinking that I needed to eat every 2 to 3 hours.